Hazy conditions aren't enough, though, to deter some Apple fans from queuing up for the latest iPhones, at least a day before they're set to launch in stores.
And Melissa goes, she's at Apple's flagship store in Orchard Road. Melissa, you've spoken with some Apple devotees there. Many have queued up for hours. Aren't they worried about the haze?
Well, I wouldn't say they are worried, but definitely they are very excited for the launch of the new device tomorrow morning. And the flagship store here along Singapore's Orchard Road is now closed, but there are still hundreds of people in line. And if you take a look around me, very few of them are wearing masks, and many of them are armed with sleeping bags and food and drinks, ready to spend the night. They've also been given wristbands that indicate their position in the queue. So they've also been given wristbands to indicate their position in the queue so they can take 1-hour breaks if and when they need to. I spoke to some of the people in line and got their thoughts on what they felt about the wait.
No, not afraid. It's very hot outside, but I can stay here. Yesterday when I came to Singapore, I already saw the haze from, I heard that from the Indonesia prior. It's quite okay. Today the air quality is not too polluted.
Commodification. What is it? Commodification is essentially taking a service or good that is not intended to be sold, owning it, and then commercializing it to be transformed as an object of trade. Take, for example, going to see a movie. Going to a movie theater can be boiled down as a commodification for leisure or entertainment. Watching a movie on a device can be seen as a commodification for accessible leisure, or leisure that doesn't require you to leave the house. Nonetheless, both of these profit off of their consumers' feeling of being entertained. Very often, a service or good is commodified by altering the original meanings and values of a culture to become commercialized for the mainstream market. This type of alteration can be done through the method of diffusion, which is about the spread of ideas, values, and norms into a wider range of society. This becomes especially apparent with the easy spread of content through social media and other digital platforms. Another method is diffusion, which involves depoliticizing the values and ideas of a particular group by retaining only the appealing parts of such social identities while leaving behind other aspects. The commodity becomes more accepted into the mainstream. We see diffusion take place especially within subcultures, who are not only unified together because of common interest, but also because there are parts of society that they resist. Yet, businesses nowadays will appropriate these subcultures to fit them within the mainstream and sell them as trends to follow. We see how diffusion intertwines with the commodification of hippie culture, for example, and even punk emo culture, which is now packaged and sold in stores such as Hot Topic. While profit, exposure, and acceptance can be seen as advantages, often this approach leads commodification to spread misrepresentations of certain values, beliefs, and overall identities of these subgroups.
Here, you have Barack Obama has become president. This sea change. And on the night that America celebrates, you are selected. to sing. What are you feeling just before you go out?
Right now, I'm very emotional because it's like I'm reliving it, and it was really powerful and overwhelming. And I kept telling myself, okay, this is not about you. You have to do this for them. You have to do this for history. And it's the only way I was able to get through that song because I wanted to bawl, and I wanted to stare, and I wanted to watch, and I wanted to, you know, but I was a part of it. So it was probably oh my God, I can't believe I was there, and I can't believe it was my voice for that moment, and so honored. And so many memories, so many stories from my father and my grandparents and my mother, and just all going through my mind, and it was really fantastic.
Have you had to put up with racism as you grew up? Did you experience the bad side of it?
A bit, but you know, I feel like now people, at least with my career, I've kind of broken barriers, and I don't think people think about my race. I think they look at me as an entertainer and a musician, and I'm very happy that that's changing, because I think that's how I look at people, and that's how I look at my friends. It's not about color and race, and I'm just happy that that's changing.